Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. You already know we're going to be reacting to some strange TikToks. There's a lot of interesting stuff in this video, so make sure you stick around to the end so you don't miss anything. If you're new here and you want to show some support, don't forget to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, stuff like that. Make sure you click that notification bell. And yeah, we're about to get right to the video. Let's check it out.
Hey, do y'all see this? It's a saucer. Y'all see that? I am not crazy. There's a saucer.
It's the weather machine.
What? And for real?
No, I don't know.
So why is the rain white/clear? I know in Texas they just had blue rain, so out here we got white rain.
It's got a little bit of everything.
Hey, we're camping in this beautiful state park in Texas, and it's been raining, and the water that's coming out of the sky is blue. And it's not this tarp, because it's happening on this tarp too. Look at that.
Looks like antifreeze.
This is crazy. Are they chemtrailing us in Texas?
Guys, I really can't make this shit up right now. Everybody inside this bus is getting skinned up, guys. Everybody inside the bus is getting skinned up. And they have no idea what's going on. None. Look, they start scanning you up once you turn off. Once they close the door, they start scanning you up, guys. Once you close the door and you start going, they start scanning you up.
The buses?
They have no idea, guys. Everybody inside that bus is getting scanned up.
Honestly, guys, we're so cooked. Like, there's no point to anything anymore. It's over. I don't know, go outside, touch grass, get day drunk, fucking half-ass your job, like nothing matters. We're already done. Fuck it.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
Welcome, family. This is the Flammarion engraving from 1888. The engraving depicts exactly what I have been showing you. Let's take a look at it closer. Now you have the wheel within a wheel driving the track system. Just underneath the wheel, you have the mechanism which gives us the sun. Notice these lines. They are depicting the mechanism's connection to the track system. When you see a sundog, it's actually this mechanism revealing itself. Above the sun, we have the mechanism that gives us the moon, which is very similar to the sun's mechanism, with the sun being the positive aspect and the moon being the negative. Here we can see the tracks and the clouds moving on them. If you go back to the post where I was asked to draw the machine, you will see the lines and how they correspond with this 1888 depiction of the track system. Furthermore, let me show you now. The depiction clearly shows the track lines and the clouds coming out of them moving in a conveyor belt motion. So now let's look for this in reality. This is a depiction of what I see beyond the veil. Notice the lines and the clouds. This is what the creator of the Flammarion engraving was trying to depict in 2D. Let's go one better for the bots, so that when they post their silly comments, I'll let you destroy them for trying to block the blatant truth and take you for a fool. Now look closely. Everything I have just shown you, you will now see it in real time. I cannot make this up. Let's take a look at the sun. Again, here we have the sun being depicted as a mechanism, not a star in space. And now you can see the sun as it reveals itself to be a mechanism. It's showing you what it is, while you listen to science tell you what it's not. Who will you listen to? The scientists or the sun?
Alright, I just want to be clear. I'm not trying to get anybody to believe in this. I just find it very interesting, and I feel like there's quite a few people that probably find it interesting too. So like if there was like a sky machine, it would have to be like some crazy technology and maybe from another dimension, and that'd be why we can't see it. So I'd understand why it'd be hard to believe, but I mean, I've seen enough to where I at least gotta question it. I might be a believer.
What the heck is going on? Why is the sky purple?
I ain't gonna lie, that looks awesome.
8:38 p.m. We got this. Look, elsewhere. What the heck is going on? Why is the sky purple? It is currently 8:38 p.m. We got this. Look, elsewhere.
So we got purple, we got blue, green.
Yo, TikTok. What is that, TikTok? Oh, let me zoom in. What is that? Yo, come take me, man. Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. No! Cause what the fuck is that, man? I ain't never see the sky green like that before, man.
Texas, what in the multiverse is going on here, y'all?
Wow.
I think I found the source of the blue rain, maybe, because this is what Texas saw just yesterday, and many people were seeing this eerie teal color in the sky, and it was so bright, right? There is this crop is flooded over here, and the color is reflecting off the flood that the crop has experienced. This is not no filter, y'all. Here comes another angle of it after it subsided a little bit, but the sky turned teal, clouds pitch black, and then tornadoes manifested out of this. And Texas experienced look at the incredible size of this hail ball that Texas experienced, y'all, throughout that whole eerie transaction with the universe.
Knock somebody out.
Look at this. And what else would you experience from that whole eerie atmosphere? Here goes another. So this looks like a giant blue sun in the atmosphere. Am I tripping now, y'all? Because that light looks so focused. It looks so focused. It's not lightning, it's not plasma or anything. That looks like a giant blue sphere in there, y'all. Am I tripping? If the sky ain't broken, it's trying to tell us a message, because, you know, it's coming with these horsemen that they call natural weather. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Nonetheless, the shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Yo, I seen something about talking to the tree. This joint was just all the way. Go back down, tree. Go back down. And y'all see it's real windy. It's going back down, bro. Give me a kiss, tree. Touch my chin. I'm not moving, y'all. I'm staying right here. And it's windy. They pushing it back. The wind's blowing that way. The wind's blowing that way. Give me a kiss, tree. Yo, there's no way this is really happening. Tree, let me get a kiss. Touch my chin right here, tree. Right here. Right here. You're such a nice tree. You're so beautiful. Go ahead, tree. I can feel you. I know it's coming. There's no way, gang. Okay. Back up, tree. Back up. Back up. Don't come too close now. Don't come too close now. Just give me a little bit of space, a little bit of room, so we can connect. Yo, bro, I'm talking to. There's no.
Yeah, what is that?
What did I just witness? The moon gets dragged in like it's on a leash, then out of nowhere, bam! It takes a left hook to the face and literally shrinks. Like lights out, shut it down. And we're still supposed to believe that thing's real?
Man, I wonder what that was. There's definitely something going on in the sky. He's just got electricity flowing through him.
If anyone doesn't think that there's a form of martial law in Los Angeles, I just want to introduce you to Checkpoint with military. There's like, hello, how's it going?
got a pass?
Yeah, press pass.
Media.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are good.
Thanks for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is full military equipment in the civilian population. So that's what's happening in Los Angeles.
They taking DNA. You might need to check your spots on your body. Just check certain spots you can't see. Have somebody else, your significant other, somebody check it out for your family member. I've been hijacked the other night. You feel me? They taking DNA because it's about to be a major reset. I don't know if you know about the cataclysms that's coming in. Things is going to change real rapidly. We about to have a pole shift that's about to flip everything around. But long story short, just like I said, check yourself. Look at your markings, what you got going on. DNA is being taken. Whether they're going to plan to reseed or they're planning to clone your DNA or whatever the hell is going on. You better stay on point, Jack. Stay prayed up, man. Keep God first, you already know, man. I truly feel like ain't no use of them trying to save this evil world, man, with these evil people and their evil system. Let it go on here, go, man. It's time for us to move on to the kingdom, man. People just trying to save themselves these days, boy. They don't want to go through what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. People had time to change up, do the right thing, change your heart, mind, soul, you know what I mean, if you have one. But you get what I'm saying, man. You got a guy that's going to stay on point, stay on focal point, pay attention to what's going on around here. You know what I'm saying? These things are just flying around for nothing.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have those exact same scars in the shape of a triangle on my hand. But the only thing is I know where the scars came from. I got bit by a snake when I was younger, so I know that's what mine's from. Do any of you guys have any of these type of scars?
I just got a download, or I don't know if maybe it's an epiphany or something, but it's about this app, man, and I'm comparing it to Facebook, Instagram, and all these other apps. Now, everybody know how we went through all this bullshit with this app throughout these years, talking about them was gonna ban it and they was gonna do away with it and things like that. And China wanted I bite dance, all this shit. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm sitting here thinking, man, they're keeping TikTok around for surveillance purposes, but not for surveillance in what y'all think is for. Like, when I mean surveillance, they're the creators that are the people that do technical shit, that create technology. They're not spiritual, bro, like we think we are. They're not spiritual like we are. They don't have spiritual discernment like we have it. So in order for them to keep track of the spirituality that we interface with, that we come up with, that we download, you know, that we catch from the ethers, they have to monitor us through TikTok. Hence the name TikTok. Hence the name TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Before the fucking goddamn end, before, you know. But it just got me thinking, like, man, like, there's a lot of spiritually aware people on this app. They got high spiritual discernment. So
makes sense to me.
I don't know, like and then they're always messing with us too, though. Like, always like banning us from the live, always doing shit and giving us violations and shit like that. But they won't do away with us, right? Like, permanently, because they know they have to keep surveillance, keep track, because they don't even know what the fuck is going on. They know we're in the end times, but they don't know what the fuck is going on specifically. So they got to keep tabs through certain spiritual individuals, just so they can know what the fuck is going on with the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the news channels don't know. Like, they don't know. They're not spiritually aware like we are. I mean, I could be tripping. I could be tripping, but I know I'm not. I just had to come on here and put that out there for all of us that's spiritually inclined to the bullshit that's happening in the world, because we know something is going on. Something is happening in real time. Like, we can't speak on it specifically, and we can't tell y'all exactly what it is. But we all know, everybody that's vibing on that certain level of spirituality, we all know what the fuck is going on. So yeah, man, I just had to go and say that, like, man, things is working out just as planned, just as they are planned, bro. Like, everything is going exactly how it's supposed to go. But yeah, man, shout out to the righteous, man. Y'all keep a high head out there, man. Keep your head on the swivel. Always have your spiritual discernment up. 'Cause, yeah, we in them times.
Is that her hands or her nails making her hands look that big? What is going on here?
So
That
yeah,
looked weird.
I'm gonna need some of my bug people to tell me what the hell this guy is. Does that not look like the smallest dragon you've ever seen? It's a baby.
Kind of looks like a leaf. The tree's alive.
We have an interesting video coming out of Mexico. This was captured on April 28th, 2025 by a man named Durlis. And there's a couple of things that you need to know. The area that he's filming, there are no loggers. And in fact, they cannot log there. So the idea that a logger is moving a tree is out of the window. Secondly, we've seen this phenomenon before. We call them walking trees, but people have speculated that it may be a Bigfoot or some other unidentified creature moving the tree. We don't know for sure, but this is weird. He literally captured a walking tree that shouldn't have been moving. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
Reminds me of the trees in Lord of the Rings. I'd ride into battle on one of them things. Who knows? See, there ain't no way.
You know the saying, truth in plain sight, right? Well, I want to show you the truth in this one, right in plain sight. First, I want to show you that that's actually a song of Elvis's. You're the devil in disguise. You look like an angel. You walk like an angel. Talk like an angel. But I got wise. You're the devil in disguise. Could he be talking about himself? What you first need to know about the devil, aka Lucifer, if you're not familiar with the Bible, is that he was cast out of heaven primarily due to his pride and rebellion against God because, well, he wanted to be worshipped like God instead of worshiping the Most High. So he and a third of the other fallen angels got banished down here in Earth with us. And well, if you were stuck in Earth with all of God's people, and you still wanted to be worshipped like the Most High, what better person to be than the king of rock and roll? Because there sure aren't too many people that have been worshipped as highly as Elvis. And well, do you know there are a lot of people that say that Lucifer was in charge of music in heaven before he was banished? Huh. So if you're musically inclined and you're the devil and you want to get people to worship you, why not just blend in and pretend to be one of them? But Tyler, this fall happened centuries and centuries, thousands of years ago. Elvis has just been around for decades. Oh yeah? Have you ever seen what the original Statue of Liberty looked like?
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot of people draw comparisons to how similar it looks to Elvis. And well, you know about the Statue of Liberty, right? Right? Well, there are a lot of people, myself included, that speculate that the Statue of Liberty is actually a statue of Lucifer. Because this is an actual statue of Lucifer, and well, they look alike, and they both have 7-point crowns, and they both have chains attached at the ankle, and torches, and the Statue of Liberty's in the Big Apple, and Lucifer has an apple in the statue because he was known to give the forbidden fruit. Maybe you're saying if Elvis was really Lucifer, well, where's Elvis now? He died. Wouldn't he still be around as a fallen angel that is undying? Well, yeah. Maybe he just changed his looks and identity. And instead of being worshipped as a musician, maybe he's being worshipped as a politician. Did you see what Putin gave him as a tribute? This lovely portrait that just happened to have the statue of Lucifer, Liberty, in it, doing a similar pose. But you probably don't believe me yet, so let's go back to the whole truth in plain sight thing. Let's hear it from the man himself. Are you aware that Donald Trump has posted several times of him and Elvis, comparisons of him and Elvis, a side-by-side of him and Elvis that looks suspiciously similar to one I've posted? And oh, you want to see how many likes it had? 666. Boy, that number seems familiar, almost like it's biblical or something. And do you remember during his campaign what number you would text for him? 88 minus 22 is 66, almost like it's biblical or something. Oh, and I bet you can't guess where Trump lived in the Trump Tower. On the 66th floor. Almost like that number's biblical or something. But he can show us this all he wants. Why don't we listen to what he has to say?
The king of rock and roll, the true king. You have to say that.
True king.
Elvis Aaron Presley.
I wonder what he means when he says the true king. Almost like he's the true king instead of God. But hang on, there's more.
Forget Donald J. Trump. Meet Donald Elvis Trump. Elvis. We love Elvis. But people were left feeling...
They kind of got the same hair. A little
I
bit.
shouldn't say this. You'll say I'm very conceited because I'm not. But other than the blonde hair, when I was growing up, they said I looked like Elvis. You see that?
So you've heard it from my mouth, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. I wonder what newscasters have to say. After all, they all know, because they all worship the devil, and they know who the devil is. So I'm saying it, the horse is saying it, the newscasters are saying it. I wonder if there's any evidence of it in old TV shows.
Make the devil himself seem like Mr. Rogers.
The devil himself.
Good afternoon. Donald Churkenlagenhagenslagen is the name, but you can just call me the Donald.
So at this point, you have a few choices. You can look right in my face through your phone or TV or whatever and say this person's crazy, he has no sense of logic whatsoever. Or you can look at the dots I have literally laid out for you. And if those dots aren't enough for you, well then why don't you look at these dots right there, and those dots right there, and still try to say I don't connect the dots for you. And if those still aren't enough for you, well, then why don't you look at these two? There and there and there and there. Now, at denying it at this point, I'm looking at you and saying, what's wrong with you? Are you just too imprisoned by the matrix that they have created for your reality that you can't escape it? Or are you just a doubting Thomas? But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I'm a satire account. I'm definitely not someone fighting for the side of good and God and doing the best I can to fight these fallen angels. Nope. Entertainment only, people.
My grandma loved Elvis.
You never know what part of our giant past is buried right beneath the surface.
Damn, he has a big nose.
Or is the surface itself, like the ant, who has no perspective of the much larger world it lives on. We too are like the ants. Many of us have zero clue about the much larger realm that we occupy. Many of us ants will never want to venture beyond the anthill, to open our eyes and see the true beauty right in front of our faces. But for some of us ants with open eyes, we can see it. The other ants that refuse to see might shout pareidolia, or just a pile of rocks. But how many piles of rocks, resembling a much larger past, before you start thinking it's much more than just coincidence? The
Look at
rocks
that
were
noggin.
alive. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
If I say so myself, I'd say that these are definitely humans. And if those sculptures are humans, and other sculptures we see around, if they're humans, what about the terracotta army? This is where it's going to get really, really crazy. The terracotta army, we had this whole army made to supposedly guide someone or protect somebody in the afterlife of what, 8,000 maybe soldiers, all made out of stone sculptures, perfect looking. I've never believed that narrative. I have always thought they were feeding me some kind of bullcrap. I don't eat bullcrap, you might, but I don't, and I've always wondered why they put it in my bowl. But why the terracotta army? Well, because we know the Great Wall of, what was that? No, the Great Wall of Tartaria was defending against that region, you know, the dragon country there. They were defending against them. Why were they defending against those people right there? The same place where all those people were allegedly looking like turned to stone. Look, that's very coincidental. You cannot put me in a yellow shower and tell me that it's water. Literally, we have this giant wall. Who knows how it was made? Like everything else, you get the point, right? Who knows how it was really made? But it was made for something important, for an important defense. Maybe something supernatural was happening, because the one they were defending against, they were all turned to stone. I mean, really, it just has to baffle your mind. All these myths, all these legends, giants and petrification, Medusa turning to stone. What do you know about all these pagan gods and goddesses? They're fallen angels, right? So Medusa turning to stone, is it possible that angels and fallen angels have the power to turn beings into stone? So the question is, was there an angelic war around that great wall where fallen angels and angels were literally battling each other as well as the citizens? And whether that be before our known timeline or after the known timeline, in the separation timeline where we are right now, where something big is getting ready to take place. So possibly the angelic turning people to stone. Possibly, 1000%, the angelic that are completely involved 1000% with all this DNA, all this lineage and these physical manifestations and traits of Nephilim and royalty. Is this right here why we see the face of giants all the time in mountains and rocks just all over the earth as if they were just petrified in place? Is it possible the majority of the giants were wiped out after the flood by turning them to stone by the good angels that still reign with God? And maybe, just maybe, now we have entered a season of time where Satan reigns, and his demons reign, and his giants reign, and his angels reign, and that's why we're seeing all these giants around the earth. That absolutely makes sense to me, but we're about to go a lot deeper.
Can anyone explain the blue water?
It seems multiple people are reporting blue rain coming down. Why does this sound so familiar?
Ah, that's right. This is from a video I did last year. This lady sent this picture from South Africa. You all know I covered the blob anomaly and South Africa's crazy weather. These blue jelly balls were raining on this lady's parents. I start to look into the jelly balls. Knowing it's not a craft project raining from the sky, I move on. I find that this is not the first time that blue jelly balls have been raining from the sky. This was 2012. I came across this. We could be drinking from water bottles made of these light gummy balls. Sounds charming? Let's move on. These jelly blue balls raining from the sky were made of sodium polyacrylate. It is not biodegradable and doesn't decompose quickly in nature, which is a little concerning if it's raining from the sky. I go back to looking for anything that looks like a jelly blue ball, and I found this. This is droplet mixing with a piezoelectric transducer. Piezoelectric transducers are a type of electroacoustic sound transducer that converts the electrical charges produced by some forms of solid material into energy. I ask AI, what does this have to do with my blue rainy jelly balls? Cloud seeding. While piezoelectric devices are not directly used for cloud seeding, they can contribute to the technology by helping control or monitor dispersal of the seeding materials. Did you catch that? Sound can control the dispersal of cloud seeding materials. If blue jelly balls were hypothetically used in weather modification, maybe sound is involved. But importantly, these hydrophilic polymers can absorb large amounts of water. Another message from South Africa about hearing a strange humming and sound pulsing. Well, guess what else has been heard in some of these freaky storms?
Not just some, a lot.
What? Well, we know it's sound. From the comments, I quickly gathered that this sounds like an instrument called a shofar. Definitely very similar. Wrapping this journey that we've just been on, some experimental weather modification techniques involve ultrasonic devices, which may use piezoelectric transducers to create sound waves that can influence cloud formation and precipitation. Obviously, this is all speculation, but clearly there is a correlation between sound waves, weather tech, and maybe blue stuff raining from the sky. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the comments. Take care.
Do you guys remember when pine trees didn't look like a closed umbrella? I sure do, man. These trees look like ass. That is not going to recover in the spring.
Nope. He could just have my
See
dream.
that? It's like a fucking face right there.
I'm leaving.
You see that? 2 eyes, nose, mouth? What the fuck? Am I bugging? Oh shit. 2 eyes? What the fuck? Hey,
Looks like E.T.
Hey yo, what the fuck? Hey yo. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, do y'all see that? Yo, what the fuck? Oh my. No way. No fucking no way.
Those are like
No.
perfect eyes.
Nah, you lying. What? Y'all see that? 2 eyes, nose, and a fucking... Yo, no.
Alright, so I want to take a look at this picture of these clouds that I took on April 30th at 3 in the morning. Remind you, I was awake, sitting out in my car. No other clouds in the sky, just this, okay? So, let's start right here.
Cool clouds.
Right here. Alright? Notice this square cutout. Rectangular cutout here. Alright, so you have the cloud. These right here, I mean, look at the cubes. Look at the cubes and all the shapes and stuff, right? This is a doorway. Kind of like the doors on a Lambo, right? Them suicide doors. Right? The doors lift up. This is some kind of technology. The doors lift up, the portal's open, and right here is your alien guy. There's an eye, his other eye. He even has a third eye right there in the center of his forehead. You see this right here? Now this is where it gets crazy. If this isn't crazy enough already. Let's go over here. Right here is a humanoid face. There's the eye, the nose, even the nostril right there, the nose, bridge of the nose. There's his mouth. He almost looks like Homer Simpson in a way. And, you know, with The Simpsons being what it is and the predictions and things like that that have come true over the years, it's kind of weird that, yeah, he looks like that. But anyway, I don't think it's related. So you have this humanoid looking being right here, this whole face. This will be the neck. I want you to take a look at his neck. What does that look like to you? I see a thumb. Not this guy's thumb, but the thumb of a hand. And the hand is grabbing this guy's throat, and you can see his mouth is kind of protruding. He does kind of have this, like, oh, I'm being grabbed by the throat look. Let's follow it back. So that's the thumb. The other part of the hand is on the other side of this guy's neck, right? Let's follow this.
I gotta say, when he points out the reptilian cloud, it might take a minute for you to see it, but when you see it, it is wild. I didn't even notice, like I couldn't even see it till the second time I watched the video. But it's wild.
Let's follow the arm. Follow the arm back. And I want you to take note of the straight line. Look at the straight line there. Let's run it back. Right? You see all these weird shapes in the background, triangles and cones?
That's another face
the cloud
right there.
is just kind of interacting with something that is pure darkness. Something that is ethereal, living shadow that is in the background. There's a thumb. So the arm is reaching out. It's this guy's arm. Let's back up a little bit. So you have this alien guy with a third eye, open doorway, his arm stretching out and grabbing this guy. So he's grabbing this guy by the neck. But there's also another entity right here behind him. It's right here.
It's huge.
And you can see the reptilian eye right there. The spikes on the forehead. The other eye would be on the other side. You know, they have that brow, like a reptilian brow. This is a reptilian creature of some kind, or a demon, who's right here behind this guy. This guy is reaching out and grabbing this guy. And I think right here as well, I think this is an appendage of the reptilian creature, which is holding him by the shoulder. Right, you can see there's, like, again, more of these weird ovals and cones and stuff on here. I think that's maybe an appendage of this guy holding the humanoid, while AI thing over here, which is what I think this is I think this is AI. This is the spirit of a humanoid being, a human or some kind, and that's a demon. That's a Nephilim spirit or a demon. Principality? I don't know. I don't know what any of these are, but I do know that this is human. Obviously, because it's not that, and it's not that. And then also, well, I can't zoom in there. And then you have the UFO disc, the black craft, that's in here. So, what's my theory? My theory is, this thing and this thing are working together. If they're not the same thing, I don't think they are. I think, again, this might be AI or something, or a gray alien kind of thing. But the thumb looks human. It looks human, so it may be AI. It's modeled after humans.
It does look like a thumb.
But this thing is offering this guy up. So who is this guy? Who's the humanoid? The humanoid could be a person who was maybe astral projecting, and they got caught. They got caught by the bad guys, and they shouldn't be doing that. Or it is a person who is dreaming, who is sleeping, and they are being spiritually targeted or tormented in their dreams or their nightmares, and this is like all that energy is in the atmosphere, and this is just kind of a glimpse of what's going on here. Or the third theory I have is that this is a person that has been jabbed, and their consciousness is being translated into the atmosphere where the Nephilim spirits, the disembodied Nephilim spirits reside, and AI, the cloud. So this person, wherever their spirit might be, way over here in a neighborhood or something, they're sleeping, their consciousness, their spirit is being tampered with and possibly even modified by AI and Nephilim, reptilian, so on and so forth, right? And this person who was jabbed, because he was jabbed, they've got that those transceivers and receivers and things inside them, so it's able to translate their consciousness into the cloud. And yeah, essentially this is what's going on. It's the days of Noah 2.0. Furthermore, RFK Jr. is talking about, oh, you know, how can we stop the trails? How can we stop this and that? Well, this is what it's all about. Okay? These things, this thing, right here, and this thing are what's messing with the weather. They're the ones messing with time. They're the ones messing with the sun, the moon, and possibly the stars. I don't know about the stars, but the sun and the moon definitely. It's these things that are doing it. And so when it comes to the trails that they're laying in the sky, good luck trying to stop all this. Okay, because it's not just about, oh, putting stuff in the air to make you sick. It's part of it, yeah, but I think it's more or less, you more or less breathe it in, and it connects you to this stuff. It, you know, for a short period of time. It's iron and clay, right? It's in your body for a little while. You might have those few days out of the week where you feel like the spiritual warfare is just insane. There's trails everywhere. You're having crazy dreams or nightmares. That's because you're fighting these things in your sleep, most likely.
Whooping their
during
ass.
the day while you're awake, it's by
Hopefully.
your energy and your frequency. And then while you're sleeping and you're having these crazy dreams or nightmares, you're fighting these things. Because they're yoking out your spirit and pulling it up here and trying to do things with it. And I don't think it ended well for this guy, to be honest. Whoever this is, it didn't end well for this person. I don't think. Unless they turn to God. They turn to God in their physical life and they get that stuff cleansed out of them or whatever. If that's the case, I don't know. But yeah, I've been watching the sky for like 15 years plus, so I've watched all of this unravel. I've watched all of this build. I've watched all of this just come to fruition. I've watched the entire series of chemtrails in real life Netflix behind my eyes. Like, I've watched the whole empire build itself, and now it's at this point.
If any of you guys see that reptilian cloud, you can't tell me that ain't crazy. And people can say it's pareidolia all they want. I think they started that because they knew we were going to start seeing stuff. But like, I mean, if you see a face, you see a face. Pareidolia or not. And there's definitely a lot of faces in there. I was watching this one thing. We can't perceive things from a higher dimension. If they were showing through to our dimension, it would just be a shadow. Or in this case, clouds. That's what I think it is. But alright, you guys, that's going to be it for the video today. If you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, you know, stuff like that. Make sure you guys stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.